Welcome everyone to the first lecture on advanced deep learning for computer vision. So this is an introductory lecture, and since we have this unusual situation with the virus, we decided to start by recording all the lectures. So this is the first one. Welcome. And first, let me start by introducing the team. So we are two professors, myself and Professor Niesner. We are both going to teach this lecture so that we can offer a bit of variety in the topics that we will actually present. And this variety will stem from the research that we're both doing in computer vision and deep learning. We also have a diverse set of tutors. So Dave, G, Tim, and Maxime are going to help us and are going to help you, guide you through the research projects, which are a very important part of this lecture, as you will see today. So let's see, what is this course about? So the theoretical lectures are going to be a presentation of advanced deep learning methods with a heavy focus on computer vision tasks. So you already did the introduction to deep learning. You have these strong foundations on the theory and also quite a lot of practice on the basis introduction to deep learning. So now we're going to take all of these techniques a step further and step quite a lot into the field of computer vision. Now we're going to focus quite a lot on new methods. So this is a research-oriented course. So we're going to be presenting methods that have been invented, some of them only this year, so really recent stuff. There's going to be plenty of references, so if you want to read the research papers that we're proposing you, if you want to expand on your knowledge, this is the right course for you. And as I said, this is a very research-oriented course. So while we'll go over these new methods in the theoretical lectures, you will actually have to come up with your own ideas to solve a specific vision problem. So this is essentially a practical course with some theoretical lectures that are going to provide you some tools to actually solve a vision problem that you're interested in. So there's a very strong focus on the practical side, and this is in the form of a semester-long project where you can actually put all the knowledge that you learned in Introduction to Deep Learning and especially in the lectures of Advanced Deep Learning, you can actually put it into practice. So you can actually code up some of these methods, train your first big neural networks to solve a real specific computer vision problem. Now, it is very important that you actually dedicate time to these projects. So we have been told semester after semester that this project is very time consuming. We are fully aware of this, but we find that this practical experience is actually very, very valuable. So we find that this project is going to give you a lot for your future, for your career, but it's also very time consuming. Now the project will be done in teams of 2, which means that if at the beginning you create the team and you commit to another person to do this project up until the end, and suddenly you drop mid-semester, this is really bad for the other student of the team who has suddenly been left alone. So we really want to avoid students dropping mid-semester. So we already tell you from the beginning that this project is very time-consuming. So if you decide to move forward with this lecture, make sure that this semester is on the light side and that you can actually dedicate a lot of time for ADL4CV. If not, please consider taking this course in the next semester. You will most likely still be accepted if you make the cut this semester. Okay, so let's move towards course organization. So there's going to be, in the beginning we thought around 12 lectures. These could be reduced this semester to about 8 lectures, we have to see. And a difference that we're going to introduce this semester is that we're going to condense these lectures. So we want to actually make this or present you with all this theory, with all these tools of advanced deep learning in a condensed way at the beginning of the lecture, so that then you have all these tools, you have learned all these tools and you can actually apply them to the project. Otherwise, what happened to some people is that they have, for example, a GAN-based project, and GANs are not introduced until 5 weeks after the first lecture, and the project has already started by then. So they don't really have time to take full advantage of this introduction to GAN lecture. So we're going to have lectures every Monday and every Friday. We're going to upload them online. So all the lectures are going to be recorded, and every Monday and every Friday, one of the lectures is going to be uploaded. So look at Moodle for new lectures that are going to come at the beginning and the end of the week. Now, from the practical side, the project is going to be done in groups of 2, and this is non-negotiable. Groups of 1 and groups of 3 are not possible unless there is a problem that we are not an even number of students, but in principle, a project has to be done in groups of 2. And there's going to be presentations during the semester about the progress of the project. We have to see how we do this, whether this will be online or this will be already physical presentations that are going to happen at the seminar room on Fridays. And finally, there's going to be a final poster presentation where you'll be able to present your results to both me and Matthias' research group. Now, there's going to be an exam. So the exam counts for 1/3 of the grade. The date is still not set. There's going to be the classic 2 review sessions, so you can go see what you did well and what you didn't do well in the exam. But again, the most important part of the lecture is actually the practical part, which counts for 2/3 of the grade. Now, the project, a little bit talking about already about deadlines for the project. So next Friday, we're going to have a project presentation. And project presentation means that we will actually present you with possible projects that we are interested in, that the tutors, TAs are actually interested in research-wise. It's related to their own research that they're doing for the PhD. And you will be able then to take a look at the projects, read related works, and find out whether you actually like any of those projects. Now, on Monday, the 4th of May, we're going to do the project assignment. So this will most likely happen live. We will try to do this live, even though we might have to do it online. And on the 11th of May, you will actually deliver a 1-page abstract of your idea for the project. So following the project assignments and following the project description that the TAs will present on the 24th, you will actually develop kind of a research plan, which will be this 1-page abstract. And until the 15th, we will evaluate actually this project. Now, 2 notes on the actual projects. One is that, of course, this is advanced deep learning for computer vision. So the projects are mostly revolving around computer vision. This doesn't mean that we're not interested in projects that are maybe natural language processing projects or related areas where you actually still use deep learning. But of course, then we cannot offer the guidance, the expertise that we have in computer vision. So if you have any ideas of your own for projects, please pitch them to us. Please talk to the TAs. We can still make those happen, and we can still evaluate whether those projects would be actually doable in one semester in ADL4CV. But of course, we have a strong preference for the projects that we are proposing and for projects in computer vision. Nonetheless, please be creative. If you have any idea, just pitch it to us, just drop us an email. Okay, so the project evaluation is going to be separated into presentations and poster presentation. So we will have 2 sets of presentations. Now on the 8th and 12th of June, we're going to have presentations separated into 2 groups, and these groups, we will let you know to which group you actually belong. For this first presentation, you just have to present first results, first challenges that you had, what kind of data sets did you find for your challenge, how did you set up these data sets, all of these things. Maybe the first neural network, the first baseline that you actually trained already. And it is mandatory to attend to these presentations, so everyone needs to attend, and we actually welcome questions from other members of the group. So we actually want everyone to participate in these presentations. We want everyone to ask questions. We have to learn from each other's projects. Now, the second presentation is going to happen in July, and you will have had a month from the first presentation to the second. So here you have to present almost final results. So what are the things that you tried, what worked, what didn't work, and what are the results that you have up to this point? And I said almost final results because on the 24th of July, there's going to be a poster presentation. And this is the absolute final presentation for your project. So see, you're going to have roughly from the 6th or the 10th of July until the 24th to finalize the code, finalize the report, finalize the results, and present them on the 24th. Now, all the results have to be there already on the 20th, which is the final deadline for the report. So at noon on the 20th of July, you're going to hand in a report, which is going to be maximum 4 pages, including images, including all the results, including everything that you tried, using a template that we will actually provide you. And then you will have 4 days essentially to prepare for the final poster presentation. Now, the grading, as I said, there's going to be an exam that is going to be 1/3 of the grade, and it's going to be based on the lectures that we will actually be giving during the semester. But the practical part is going to be the bulk of the grade. So 2/3 of the grade is going to be the practical part. Now, the presentations, the 2 oral presentations during the semester and the poster presentation count for 1/3 of that practical part. The final report is another third, and the code submission and in general evaluation of what was the quality of the project, this is the remaining 1/3. Now, in order to follow up with the projects, you will be assigned to a TA, to one of the 4 tutors, Dave, G, Tim, and Maxime, and they're going to help you out and they're going to monitor your progress. So please make sure that you have weekly or bi-weekly office hours with them, that you discuss the progress with them. Now, they're not there to actually help you coding something that you cannot figure out. But of course, if you have a problem, if something is not working, if a network is not training, you should actually contact them. You should talk to them so that you're sure you're making progress every week. And the TA assignment, the tutor assignment will be announced after the projects. So you will be already by then ready to start talking with them and start organizing your semester-long project. Now, the lecture will be entirely online for now. So this is the plan, to actually record all the lectures, and the Moodle should be already set up. The slides will be posted there. They will also be posted on the website that you see here, as well as the link to the video recordings for these lectures. Now, any questions regarding the organization of the course? You have a dedicated email address. Unfortunately, we cannot answer emails to our individual addresses because we just would have too many emails and too many unorganized emails. So for any question you have regarding the course, please use the official ADL4CV email. Now, it is very important that the projects happen in teams of 2. So if you already know your partner, that's great. Otherwise, please use Moodle. So have a chat, after these introductory lectures, after you have taken a look at the projects that we'll present on Friday, which one do you like, and then post on Moodle your preferences. I'm in favor of doing this type of project. Who is interested? Who doesn't have a team? So try to find let's try to make these teams happen on Moodle. Now, this is an overview of the project timeline so that you have an idea that you will start roughly the project on the 2nd week of May. And then you will have roughly 3-4 weeks until the first presentations, then another 3-4 weeks until the second presentation, and finally around 10 to 15 days until the deadline for the report and the poster presentation. Okay, so thank you very much for being here. in this first lecture. We're really looking forward to this new mode of doing lectures, which will happen online. We will try to keep up with the new challenges that come with actually recording lectures and doing almost all of the teaching online. So we will also open up lines of question on Moodle for each of the lectures, so you can ask all the questions that you want there, and then we will try to answer you on time so that you have, this kind of live feedback. And please stay tuned for the new lectures, and again, make sure that you make time for this lecture. This is quite a time-consuming lecture, but it's also a lot of fun. Good, then see you at the next lecture.